Hello, my friend. Another spontaneous live streaming. So this time is about making the cake. Well, the same as last time, but I have a great news because I finally figured out how to make real high protein, low carbon, low calories, and sugar-free, oil-free cakes. And I take quite a lot of time, just to practice and experience on it. And now finally it works, so I can't wait to share it with you. And yeah, also, I think it's like last weekend, I just had a live streaming with Daniel, and I see like how professional he is on this like organizing and preparing and well, everything what he do during the live streaming is professional. So compared to him, I'm too spontaneous. Just suddenly I have an idea, all right, I'm gonna do it and then just live streaming. And I'm sorry about that. So hi, my friends, welcome to my live streaming. Yeah, so that's why I didn't really say like, okay, today I'm gonna do a live streaming at this particular time. I mean, that would be so much better, I know, and I really apologize. I just keep being so spontaneous. This thing is like, sometimes I also, Hi, Maju. Hello, my friend Maju. I never see you before. Are you the new subscriber? Just curious. So please forgive me. This is, I guess, just part of my nature. Well, I don't even believe in fixed nature, as you probably already know. Yeah, but I know it's too spontaneous, and I didn't even, post or say that, okay, today I'm gonna do the streaming. So every time during the live streaming is all about, will be very difficult for me to, to gathering a lot of friends to join, and I'm so sorry about that, but I just cannot wait to share what I want to share right now. Oh, thank you for your understanding, Shaolin. Really, I think for all the people who subscribe my channel, they must be really tolerant. Tolerant that like I'm being like such a way, like suddenly I could just like make a music video, and then I'm talking about philosophy, and when I do live streaming I'm talking about baking cakes. So I thank you so much, my friend, to your tolerance. Like, I'm such a spontaneous person, and like, about no fixed self, and I do it to the maximum level sometimes. So I thank you for your understanding, and I really appreciate it. But anyway, there is a great thing I want to share with you is how to cook high protein, low calorie, sugar-free, oil-free eggs. And actually I wrote it down here. Let me see. Don't drop. So these kind of cakes, and I don't make the big cake this time. I'm just gonna hi Mukulisali. Hello, my friend. And you know what? Next time I need to figure out how to maybe like last time I did with the live stream with Daniel, like he can invite people to join the live stream to talk. I mean, that would be interesting. I need time to figure it out how to do that, and I'm more than happy to make that happen. So this time we're gonna make cake with these small things, because this is what I find out. If you want to make a huge cake, hi Fred, nice to see you here. Nice to see you. Welcome to my live streaming. Today I'm gonna share with you how to cook delicious, nutritious, healthy cake without oil, without sugar. If you use this kind of small ones to make the cake, it's so much likely that it will be success. However, if you want to make a big cake, that will be a little bit difficult, because it takes longer time to let it completely cooked within, and sometimes the surface is already a little bit overcooked, but the inside is still liquid. But if you use this one, you don't need to worry because it's tiny. So normally the whole cake will be cooked, the whole cake will be ready. So this is why this is the first thing I'd like to emphasize is use this one. And let me introduce the things we need, like the food, what kind of material we need to cook this. We need eggs, obviously. You can just buy some eggs, preferably free range egg. And yes, we need a little bit of sweetener because this is crucial for you to mix to blend the egg white. If you don't use anything like this, the egg white will not be bubble. If the egg white is not bubble, you cannot make cake. So unfortunately, you still have to use something with like this or sugar. But of course, we don't use sugar. So instead, we use a little bit, just a little bit of sweetener. But this is crucial. And also, we need milk, and preferably semi-skimmed milk. You can try to find the milk with low calorie, especially low fat. Like this one is about only 49 calorie per 100 milligrams. So this is great. Something that you can just reduce unnecessary calories as much as possible. And eventually you will get a very concentrated, high nutritious and very healthy product as the end result. And of course, we need the flour, this kind of self-rising flour. You can find it anywhere. Just basically the flour to make the cake, for making the cake. And also, there is one very important ingredient I need to introduce to you. So this is protein powder. This is, am I really? Really, I improved? Oh, great. I mean, it's about time, isn't it? I'm already here for so long. If my English is still like terrible, then I'd be really ashamed. But yeah, I think this is also, thanks for the help for all of you, your tolerance, your support, your encouragement, and all of our like interaction and participation. I think without that, my English cannot improve at all, honestly speaking. You know, all the time, if I just read and watch everything in Chinese, and my Chinese will be continuously very fluent, but my English wouldn't. So, yeah, thank you. So this is protein powder. So like this one is soya protein, but you can find any kind of protein powder on, in shop or online. But please be careful that what you need is zero sugar, like zero sugar protein powder. So yeah, because all of those extra sugar is something that we really need to avoid because it's not necessary. It's not necessary. And what we want is sugar-free cakes, so that can cut down the calorie to the maximum level. So find some sugar-free protein powder. So these are all the all the ingredients that we need. And also we need some facilities. Like for example, this one I already introduced. This is very important because if you make a big cake, most likely it will have some problem because protein powder is a little bit different. Protein powder, if you cook for a long time, this one, if you bake protein powder for a long time, it will have the bitter taste and it will be so dry. It's just not going to taste good at all. So that's why we need to use the small container like this one, baker, whatever it's called. 还注意到, yeah, I mean, I think I searched online and I did a lot of research on this ones. This is just standard sweeteners and it seems like it's kind of okay. But of course, you know, for example, in some of the sugary beverage, like 0 calorie Coca-Cola and this kind of things, they ate too much. Like really, when you drink it, you can feel so sweet. But the thing is, when I eat, it's just very little bit. So compared to sugar, still gonna consider to be healthier to use this one. I mean, now I think the only choice we got are this one and this in UK. I mean, these are the only two choices we got, this one or this one. So I don't know which one is more healthier, but since seems like currently we don't have much choice, so I got to choose lesser evil, as I always say. Lesser evil. Hello, my friend Freddy. Oh, this is so nice of you. I'm really glad you enjoy this channel and you like me, and this is great because I mean, the whole point is that we can build a very harmonious, nice relationship, and so I can, you know, we can just how to say, explore philosophy in life, explore a healthy lifestyle, explore how to make healthy cake, so this kind of things. Yeah, I mean, all of this are plant-based. I mean, I mean, these are not really, but this one is plant-based. This soya protein powder. This is plant-based. Yeah, I mean, when it's possible, I definitely would prefer this one. Yes, let's explore together. There's so many things to explore. You know, really, it's not just about you know, logic or theories and stuff. Of course I love it, you can tell that I love it. I mean, I've been like that since I was a child, you know, like a female version of Sheldon in a way, you know. But also I love art. I can be very emotional, very spontaneous, and so I think for all of us, we have infinite potential. Depends on what you want. It depends on what kind of person you would like to manifest as. And if you want it, you definitely, you can be that person, because we all have free will. Oh, the free will, this topic we already talked so much, and actually the next episode we're still gonna discuss some remaining doubts about free will. But this episode, this streaming, let's make this cake, otherwise otherwise we will not be able to make the cake if we talk about free will. Yeah. So, okay, we also need something. We need 2 of these giant bowls, because we need to separate the egg and the egg white. And we need 2 blenders. This is the electric one. Last time I just had it, and then I didn't really, the cake last time I made at the end failed. Well, anyway, now should be fine. And another one, just you know, by hand, this kind of blender. It's easier. So we need this, all of these things. And of course we need an air fryer. An air fryer, you can get it anywhere you want. You know, different type. It can be small, like the one I got, really small. I probably just like spent like 30 pounds. A very basic one, but it doesn't work. So all right, let's start it then. Let's start it. So what we're gonna do first, we need to separate the egg and the egg, the egg white and the yellow part, and we put them to different containers. All right, you probably can see it. So I just try to continue this procedure without moving the phone, so I can concentrate, because if this step failed, then the entire cake will be ruined. So give me some time. Just make sure this container is oil, without oil. Without oil or water, otherwise the egg white will be very difficult to be bubbled. What does it? Oh, my hair. Yeah, my hair. I cannot even remember when was the last time I cut my hair. All right. So this time we're gonna make. Let's see. Let's probably make 3 eggs this time. All right. I'm still separating them. Still separating. Oh. All right. Just be careful. You cannot, also don't let the egg white leave a little bit in the the yellow part leave in the egg white. All right, the last one. Here we go. That's it. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we put the egg, the yellow part aside. We'll put the, sorry, the egg white. Oh God. And let me see. Oh, no. This is right now. I'm right streaming. I didn't like prepare before. It's spontaneous. So I'm doing the streaming right now. Folks, it's not I pre-recorded. Yeah. Now I don't like put something on my hair when I cook. It's fine for things like this. But yeah, honestly speaking, if I cook something with oil and stuff, my hair will also, have this feeling that I don't like. So that's why if I, fry something, but I mean, now I use the Instant Pot, so it reduces a lot. But I still would like to wash my hair after I cook. But for this, it's fine because there's no oil, there's no smoke, so it's all fine. So now we're gonna deal with the egg yellow part. I don't want to change my hair color. It's all chemicals. All right. Where is it? Here. So now we use these two things. We're gonna mix them together. Mix with what? First of all, we're gonna add some milk, just a little bit. Okay. We mix them together like right now. All I read here is translated to Chinese, so sometimes I don't know if the translation might be strange. For example, there Marcus Smith said like you can dye your hair. I'm not sure if it's about dye your hair or change the color of the food. I don't know. But anyway, now we mixed it with the milk. Give me a minute. And now we're gonna add this. This is the protein powder.他不是美国人，他是个口音很重的noodles. I don't know, the translation might have some problem. I'm struggle to understand what you said, Parker White King. All right. Now we're gonna add some protein powder. Oh my God, the protein powder is almost finished. But it's okay. The thing is, you know what, like protein powder itself, it also contains the calories, obviously. But the best part compared to flours is that protein powder contains very, very little of carbohydrate. Because carbohydrate eventually will turn out to be, for you to gain weight and all these things, it's not really necessary what you need. What you really need is protein rather than carbohydrate. So reduce that as much as possible. Now we mix them together. And I forgot one ingredient. We also need to add some of the lemon juice. Lemon juice. Oh my God, my voice. So far, we already had egg yellow, protein powder, and skimmed milk, and lemon juice. So you can see how it looks now. It's already quite creamy, But of course, if you want it to be successful, the best way is still to add a little bit of flour, just a little bit. because flour will help to keep the shape for the cake. So we're also gonna add this one. All right, about like this will be fine now. And then we're going to put this aside and deal with other parts, which is the egg white. And this gonna take a lot longer time to deal with because we need it to be bubble, and we're gonna use the electric one instead. 你在做哪种蛋糕? I'm making high protein, sugar-free, oil-free cake, my friend. And this one that so far I already did a lot of experiment. This one is the best, contain the most, high value protein and the lowest sugar, the lowest carbohydrate, the lowest calorie. So that's why I'd like to share this with you. So, okay, let's move a little bit because we need to use this one now. I'm gonna move the phone with me. And this one is very easy to use, as you can see, as long as this one inside is without water, without oil, it will work. It will work. Oh my god, the stand is a little bit shaking. Better not shake. All right, let's start then. We put it to the maximum at the beginning. Like this one has 7 level, so we put it in 7 level, the level 6, 7, and then we reduce it a little bit. But at the beginning, we need very strong power to let it be bubbled. But before that, again, we need to add lemon juice and sweetener, just a little bit sweetener. This is the lemonade first, the lemon juice, just to reduce some of the unpleasant taste in the egg, and just a little bit of sweetener. That's it. See, it's not much, so this will be fine. All right, let's try it. Level 7. Reduce the power. All right, that's it. It looks perfect now. Look. It's look very creamy now. All right, now we need to turn on the air fryer to preheat. It's about 160 degree. Let's preheat it for now, and we mix what we got here. So we mix the egg white and the egg yellow. Just mix them. Wow, it looks so nice this time. Yeah, the part when you blend the egg white is very important for the result. It is one of the most crucial part. If the egg white is blended good, then almost guaranteed the result will not be bad. Otherwise, it will be difficult. So, please pay a lot of attention when you blending the egg white. Hello, Andrew. Nice to see you. Oh, you just wake up. Oh, that's nice. Just about to make some lunch for myself, and it's a bit late for me to have lunch, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, my friend, I'm already engaged. I cannot date with you. I'm already engaged. Right. So, you know, the thing is, just a little bit, out of the topic. To be honest with you, I always get a lot of treatment really good from male. They really good to me. It's not like want to take advantage of me. That's not like that. But they're really very nice to me all the time. So I really appreciate male in a lot of sense. Really, I never get bad treatment from male. So that's why I'm quite happy to make friends with so many people. I don't, have the what it called, some kind of biases to different gender or something like that. And I'm always open to still find who treat me genuinely nice to be friend, no matter if they are male or female. I'm always open to that. All right, give me a minute. Just gonna quickly wash this. It's a difficult thing. I mean, hi Ramian, nice to see you. All right, probably the preheating is done. I mean, the thing is, I always do all sorts of stuff about cooking, about philosophy, art. I think a lot of things actually. It's not just the male interested about cooking. I think a lot of female friends should interested, but unfortunately in my life I didn't really get much attention from female friends or something like that. It's always very, very one-sided sometimes. But as I said, I'm always open to it. You see, this is how we put it. Just put it like this. Yeah, I barely feel really angry about something or somebody about these things. I mean, it's just the human's nature. Human all want to be seen and want to be loved. There is nothing strange about it. Even biases and all these things is all understandable. So I don't think it's necessary to to react with hatred. Sometimes a little bit more understanding is going to make things a lot better. Yeah, I don't have those like huge angry when somebody says something like, oh, can you date with me, or you're so beautiful, you know, say something like a little bit flirty or something like that. I know a lot of people really mind it, but to me I think this is just, you know, in teenager time people are more like this, because everyone want to feel love, want to you know, want to find somebody special in life. What's so hateful about that? Which part is not understandable about that? So I don't have hatred when people feel it that way in life or something like that. I just don't. But of course, be respectful is still important. So it's a difficult thing here. You need to find the balance. Need to find the balance. Yeah, silicone one. Yeah, one day. Now this thing is still fine. All right. So I probably in total can only make 3. That 4 is not enough. So these are the 3 I'm gonna put in the air fryer. I need this one on the top. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see how much time we need. So 140 degree, actually it's 140. Because as I said earlier, 15 to 18 minutes. Let's keep it a little bit too hot. Let's keep it 18 minutes. As I said earlier, this protein powder will be a little bit sensitive, more sensitive to temperature. When the temperature is high, it could have bad taste and stuff. So let's keep it in 140 degree. Now let's discuss about the value of this magical cake. Why this cake is so good? Because the data is really good. Let me read it to you. I made a comparison here and wrote it down. So the calorie, in the calorie case, you see, like high protein powder cake, a small one like this, one of it only have 124 calorie, but guess how much protein it got? It got 19.29 grams protein. That means this small little cake already cover almost the half of the protein you need per day. Isn't that amazing? So and of course the reason why is because we add this protein powder. And you know, when people, if you go to gym or stuff like that, you know that people, they always would drink the protein powder after they do the exercise and stuff like that. That's why it's so good. But I mean, if you make it as a cake, it's more like, it's not like you know, just liquid, but you can also taste it as a little snack. So I mean, that's another enjoyment. So basically, and the carbohydrate combine all of this things together. I mean, we do add a little bit of the flours, but if without flours, then it's only 1.86 gram carbohydrate, and that is amazing because generally the cake, a small cake like this will contain about 10 grams carbohydrate, but this one only 1.86 gram carbohydrate, because we barely use any flour, and flour is going to be the main source of carbohydrate when you make the cake. Fat 4.17 gram, and that's good, that's not too much. And sugar is only 1.2 grams. So you see, all the data are super. So that's why I even just write, you know, put a little stars just next to it, because this data are so good. You remember last time when I did the streaming, I made the Basque cake. For that situation, if I cut it 4 and every pieces will be identical size to that little one, that cake's the calorie compared to high protein powder cake, calorie is about the same. Protein will reduce to 9 grams. That means this cake we cook today have an extra 10 grams just in the same amount, same value, and the carbohydrate is raised up to 10 grams, 10.79 grams. Is because of yogurt. I think it's mainly because of yogurt. And fat is 4 and sugar up to 6. Because even though we didn't really add sugar in it, but there is the natural sugar contains in yogurt. So that's the main difference as well. So you can see this is really, really good. Hello, Fatima. Nice to see you. You're so impressive. I remember that time when we do the streaming, you ask about the self or non-self question. It's so impressive. I really loved our conversation, and also Daniel said you are very intelligent and you really have a lot of vast knowledge on philosophy and things like that. I really appreciate you so much. I think maybe we can be very, very nice friends. Yeah. I really think so. 我之前试过做蛋白 brownie protein brownie. Yeah, you must put the temperature too high, probably. Yeah, I did notice that. This is what I found online as well. That they say when you do make the protein powder cake, you have to be extremely careful about the temperature, because it might just burn, as you said, and then the taste will not be good as well. So, but it's fine as long as we have awareness. I mean, before I figured out this recipe, I like failed so many times, like, you know, burnt surface or the cake not even work. So, you know, but it's fine. It's fine. This is just how it takes that for you to eventually figure out how it works. So yeah, so basket cake I make last time, but still compared to commercial cake already reduced a lot of the, you know, the unnecessary sugar and fat and calorie and carbohydrate. But this high protein powder cake is gonna be the best. Because think about it, all the material we got here is egg, milk, and protein powder. They are all like just, you know, high nutrition food. So why not? If one day you feel like, I want some sweet texture stuff, or I want some cake, you can instead to have those, you know, really unhealthy snacks. Instead, you can just have one of this cake which is already in your fridge, and then you can definitely have a lot of improvement for your relationship with your own body. So this is why I'm like highly recommend these kind of things. A lot of times, if you make the food yourself, it also tastes better. That we all know. Yeah, and I'm so hungry right now. I can't wait to just taste the result. We still got about 15 minutes to wait. So, yeah. Let me see. I probably show. Yeah. It's amazing. Let's just wait to see the result, and I'm very confident. I think this time will work. Because last time when I tried it worked. It just funny. Remind me the interesting question about the quantum mechanics. You know, uncertainty. Last time worked. The same situation might not work next time, and that leads to that the deeper question is: do we really know all the cause? Do we really know all the relations there? Maybe there are some hidden relation we didn't notice. That's why the result can manifest differently. But I mean, I'm pretty sure in this situation, all the relational nodes were already adjusted to the right ones. So the result should manifest nicely, I would guess. Yeah, definitely. So all the thing we need, what we did today, we had 3 eggs. We had 3 eggs and protein powder. This is the protein powder. And then we had the skimmed milk. You can get the skimmed milk anywhere, but yeah, I'd really highly recommend you get skimmed milk because that will reduce the fat. And of course, unsweetened milk. And we need to have some of the sweetener. And yes, we still need a little bit of the flour, and we need the the lemon juice. So that's all we need. That's all we need. Yeah, not much, isn't it? Not much. So these are all the ingredients. How about let me write it down for you? Let me write it down for you. It will be easier to see. Ah! Let me write it down. Yeah, it reminds me. Last time Ramya said, like, I'm making the philosophy of cake. That's an interesting concept. But yeah, I mean, as I said, everything in life can be understood as philosophy. Because everything, if we just put our attention in it, you will learn a lot from life, even just the ordinary things in life. So what we need, yeah, the thing is today I was spontaneously having this idea to share this recipe. What we need, 3 eggs, and we need protein powder, and we need sweetener. Not sweetener. I'm terrible with English sometimes. Sweetener. And we need flour and lemon juice. Let me see, 3 eggs, protein powder, sweetener, flour, lemon juice. Yeah, that's it. So let me show you. These are all we need. Oh, 3 eggs, protein powder, sweetener, flour, lemon juice. 3 eggs, protein powder, sweetener, flour, and lemon juice. So that's all the ingredients we need. And about the equipment, we need a normal hand blender. This is to blend the egg yellow part, and we need a electric blender. This is for blend the egg white. And then we need 2 containers, and we need the small one like this to just put the cake inside. So that's all we need. Let me see. So these are all we needed. 分裂理论. What does it mean? 分裂 split theory. Split theory. I don't know what I was talking anymore. I think I probably did mention something. Hello, my friend. Soul Philosophy. I'm making high protein, low calorie, oil-free, sugar-free, low carbohydrate cake. So this cake will contain a lot of good nutrition, especially high in protein and good taste. You can just eat it because it tastes actually like cake, like real cake. So at the same time, it's so healthy, it's low fat, low sugar. So that's why I like to promote this idea about this cake. 哲学蛋糕味道最 philosophy cake. I mean, think about it. How could this not be philosophy? You know, it just suddenly reminds me, you know, Daniel, his channel's name is Objective Ethics. So I did say that I don't believe anything which is fixed. But however, is there such thing as ethic exists? Is there such thing as morality or rationality exists? Of course it does. And why? I think there is only one universal goal, is to reduce suffering. Really, everything we ever talk about in philosophy is all about reducing suffering. When you think about it, why? Because ignorance brings suffering, and wrong behavior brings suffering. And because of causality, if you do something not responsible, you know, and eventually they will cause suffering that you don't want to endure that. So all we're talking about here, even this cake, is about reducing suffering. Why? Because if we always eat those very sugary cake, you eat those unhealthy snacks, eventually that will bring you suffering, isn't it? Because that will cause sickness, it will cause obesity, and that's not the result you want to manifest. So that's why life is philosophy. Philosophy is life. Eventually, we're trying to, you know, make a harmonious relationship between our mind and our body. By our action, we manifest a very positive result. It's the same goes to ethics. It same goes to a lot of morality and rationality. Is because we want to manifest something good. We don't want just a random manifestation which could be highly possible that can hurt us, to put us in risky situation, to hurt our health, to hurt our feeling, or things like that. That's why rationality is necessary, intelligence is necessary, and to be rational and have awareness of these things is necessary. And eventually it applies to every little corner in our ordinary life, like, you know, up to when you're just making a snack. This is just how it is. I mean, why we judge about, you know, want to eat a cake? People want to eat a cake. That's something natural. It's not something sinful or need to be judged. I like cake, you know, and I'm a woman, of course, I love cakes. But the thing is there a way we can balance it to let this cake to be healthy, at the same time tasty? So that is the main task. It's the same goes to morality, goes to our life, you know, all these things. This is what we really need to, you know, reflect on, isn't it? So yeah, if you want to call it the cake of the philosophy of cake, that's fine. 摆出吃蛋糕的自 oh no. I mean, this is a cake. This is a cake. Really is a cake. Oh, actually, now it's already done. Let me show you. Just see this. Let me show you. You will be amazed. Just look at it. I don't want to shock you, but just look at this. How beautiful it is. Isn't it nice? 我表妹. Oh, I didn't like experience this with my sister. No, I'm just experiencing it alone. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of experience on these things though. 禅宗艺术与吃蛋糕. Isn't it beautiful? Very tasty, very, very tasty. I'm not joking. And you can eat it hot, you can eat it cold. If you want to eat it cold, you can just wait it a little bit. When it's cooled down, you can put some yogurt on the surface. If you want to eat it hot, then you can eat it right now. And actually, I'm gonna eat two right now because I'm starving. I didn't had lunch just to wait for this beautiful, delicious cake to manifest. But yeah, just now I'm gonna eat two of them. Just give me time. Oh. So normally I would like to eat it with some soya milk. And you can tell, for a lunch like this, I barely taking any calorie. All I got is just the full nutrition. And of course, at the afternoon, I will have a lot of vegetable because I also love vegetables. I wouldn't lack of fiber. This is the soy milk. Unsweetened soy milk. This is like in 100 milligram, only 36 calories, and almost zero sugar and other things. So yeah, I love the taste. It's tasty and healthy and like, oh my god, just perfect. All right, I'm gonna warm it up. Aha. Warm it up for 1 minute. Now I'm going to try to take it out. The thing is, you can put a paper layer in it, but not necessarily. Let me show you. Yeah, I mean, you can eat it hot or eat it cold. It's really up to you which one you prefer. I have to eat it now because I'm hungry. This is my lunch, literally. I mean, look at this. It's all baked. It's all done and very, very well done. Just look at this. Don't you want to try it? Isn't it nice? Super. And if you don't believe it's that good, let me show you. I'm gonna cut in the middle. Or actually, I don't need to cut. I just show you by the hand. Just say this. Ta-da! It's just perfect. It's all well done. It tastes exactly like cake, but without all those unnecessary burden from the cake. Oh my god, I cannot eat now. I have to wait later. All right, let's take another one out. Let's take another one out. All right, it's another one. All right, let's have this two for now. And this is the soy milk. I mean, I do have a little bit of the yogurt. I do have the homemade filtered yogurt as well, so I can eat this one as well. Yeah, why not? Oh, the smell so good. That's just the smell of pure protein and egg and milk. It's just amazing. All right, some yogurt. Here we go. Let's have some blueberry on the top. Ta-da. How about that? How about that? Look at this. Would you love this as one of your, I don't know, anything? For me, I don't eat much. I'm not a big eater, so I just have this for lunch will be plenty enough for me. But the thing is, if you like to have it as an extra snack, you can feel completely free to have a snack like this because there is barely any, there is no unhealthy ingredients here. It's all homemade, all natural. So yeah, let me set up the light and let's go to the living room and we can discuss some philosophy while I'm eating. Give me a minute. light. It's always sitting on the light. All right, let's go. Just set up the light and oh, so tasty. Even just smell it, I already can't wait to try it. And later on, obviously I got to make more, this time just to demonstrate to you how to make them. Oh, all right, let's see. It's very, very healthy and very, very nutritious. Let me need to show you the food. See how nice it is. Let me see what you see. Yeah, I promise you, my friend, this is gonna be really healthy and really tasty. It's not just look tasty, it actually is tasty and it's really healthy as well. So things like this, you can just make it yourself. You see how I made it. It's not difficult, really not difficult. Yeah, eat it for whole day. Yeah, let's keep it middle way though, not eat it whole day, middle way. Yeah, try it yourself, my friend. So philosophy. Just try it. Try to make it. I promise you will love it. Fried chocolate. Oh my god, that thing. I saw it last time. Oh my god. I think I would never eat it in my life. Let me drink some water. This recipe, as I said, this recipe, as I said, I tried for so many times. I've been through a lot of time of failure of experiments to get this done. So please trust me, my friend. This one really works. It really works. All right. This is my lunch time now. We can discuss about food. We can discuss about life or philosophy. Oh my god. Oh, so tasty. 10 years without electricity. How come? How comes 10 years without electricity? What happened, my friend? Dark light. What happened? Why? Where are you living? Oh my god. This... Oh. But without electricity, how can you connect to the internet right now? How can you charge the phone? How? What does it mean of no internet? And why? See this? It's super It's super nice. This one, so philosophy. This one I just said today, like I just demonstrate today. This one is super easy. All you need just, you know, all those things I mentioned earlier. And I promise the taste will be nice. But of course, I also cook Chinese food, Indian food, and Mexican food, and some of the Western food. I can never make pizza well, but yeah, there are a lot of food I can cook. Yeah, in the future, if there's time, I definitely show you how to cook those food. Mm. Mobile electricity. Wow. Wow. Wait, you have few dogs. Hmm. Are you the one in the live stream when I was in the live stream with Daniel's channel? I remember one of the guests, he has a lot of dogs, like 4 or 5 dogs in his car. Are you him? Sorry, I just difficult to remember the name. Are you him? Probably not. Pizza. I mean, pizza, I did try it. I tried to see if there is a way can reduce the calorie in pizza. Difficult. Because pizza, you still need cheese, and cheese will be high sodium and high calorie and with oil. So, it will be a bit difficult for me. Yeah. Be one with nature. We are one with nature, though. We are. Mm. 20 dogs. Oh my god. Ah, I see. You are him. Oh, so nice to see you. I didn't know, sometimes I'm struggle to know who is who. Um, because I forgot what's your real name was, I don't know. You probably didn't put the real name on the live stream. I remember. You develop a philosophy called relational non-dualism, isn't it? And you are very fascinating about consciousness. No, is that you? No, that's not you. Oh, that's another guest. What were we discussing? Many. Yeah, there is something called vegan cheese, but I'm not sure if they are low calorie though. I mean, next time I can give it a try.
𝐬𝐜文 番茄派 tomato pie. That sounds like something I'd like to try. Is it vegan cheese? You know what's the best? This is the best. Look at this cake. I don't think any other kind of snacks or things can surpass this because the nutrition value is just too good. And it's so tasty. If you want it to be a little bit sweeter, sweeter, you can just add a little bit more of sweetener. I'd prefer not add sugar, but yeah, you can also add honey, but honey is also high calorie. For me, this one is fine. I just add like very little of sugar, of sweetener. I'm curious what vegan cheese made of. Cheese just and almost all the cheese is kind of like have a lot of salt in it. Cheese has those kind of what it called, saturated fat. It will kind of like just stay on your stomach part. So I'm very careful about those things to eating cheese. Vegan cheese is not the best. Information theory. Yeah? I do know information theory. We'll talk about information theory next time, okay? Not now. Not now. Oh no. I don't know what vegan cheese is made of, but I'm a little bit hesitant to actually to eat too much cheese. Andrew, are you vegan or vegetarian? Or maybe you told me already. Are you vegetarian? Suddenly found there is some interesting function called effect. What is this? What is this? Yeah, I'm more than happy if we can just, share with this interesting recipe about tasty food. And I promise you, my friend, this is extremely tasty. The cake today, extremely tasty. And still others. Oh, what is this? I mean, who thought of this kind of ideas? It's just...我以前也是啊 you were... we... Oh, I see. That's cool. 万物有灵论。I think I can feel and I really appreciate your compassion inside, Andrew. I really do. Because only a very compassionate person would think of, oh, I should just, if it's not necessary, I can reduce the suffering from other animal, and every animal has a soul and things like this. Is like Jainism. In Jainism, they go to the maximum level, actually. They wouldn't even eat like fruit grow under the ground. They only eat something grow on the tree, like they can naturally fall, like apples, fruit basically. And they also have the tradition to fast for a long time. Hello, my friend. I'm playing with the effect. There's a funny one. Who created this thing? Oh, you sent me an email, dark light, my friend. I have a look. Oh, you can translate it through ChatGPT, I think. That should be no problem. A lot of time my translation is all relying on the ChatGPT because my English, that, so. Oh God. Just imagine if I'm the, what it called, 孪生. If I have two heads, this is how am I gonna look like? It's an interesting topic. How it work if they, there are people like that to have two heads, very rarely, but how they work? Will they have the connection? Would they know each other's consciousness? What each other is thinking? Interesting. Fasting is a good habit. I fasting every day. Like the time I eat dinner is about 6 p.m. and then I don't have breakfast. I just eat lunch together. Eat lunch. Normally I eat lunch around 12. So that means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 10 hours. 12. 6加12. So I have 18 hours fasting every day, almost every day. Yeah. I think I look quite natural if I'm like that, don't you think? I look quite natural if I have two heads. If I'm really like this, I'm sure I will have more subscribers though. Yeah, that is very true. We are we're all in this giant relational network, and we are all connected. And as human beings, we have this sense of morality, we have this highly advanced intelligence. It doesn't mean we are better than animals. It means that we have more responsibility. We need to take care of these things. We need to think more deeply for our consequences of our actions. So, all right, I'm gonna take this off. It's so funny. How to take it off? I'll take it off. So in that sense, that we can choose to do things and choose not to do something. Animal also can, but in a lot of sense, that about this power, this part of free will we discussed, in human being will have more stronger ability, more stronger potential there. That's why we got to use the free will to figure out how to be more compassionate, how to reduce other lives' suffering if it's possible. And that is also the base of morality. The base of morality is all about how to reduce the suffer for other people. And why we need to reduce the suffer for other people? Because we are all one and we have this empathy. We could put ourselves in their situation to feel how does it feel of suffering? It's not good. So if other people suffer, that means that somebody is not happy and in a situation that bring a lot of torture to them. So we should try our best to reduce the suffer for others. That's the base of morality, isn't it? You didn't have breakfast yet, really? What's your time now, Shaolin? And yes, in the web of relationship, we are all consumers. At the same time, we will be consumed. It's just how it works, isn't it? But during the time when we manifest at this so-called self, we have the choice to reduce our suffering and the suffering from other people as much as possible. And that is one of the most brilliant thing to manifest as something alive, basically. Free will is an ability. It's an ability that different people will have different level of realization of it. So based on their different level of realization, they will practice in different way to manage their free will and to interact with their situation, with their circumstances. So yeah, I mean, free will itself is ability. It doesn't has certain layer of it, but people have different realization, different level of realization of this ability. 2:20. You woke up late. Let me be honest with you. Sometimes, actually, a lot of time I woke up around 10, sleep around 12. I'm not very proud about my, that I sleep so much. I'm not, but yeah, I mean, since I wake up, I just nonstop doing stuff though. Doing a lot of things like cooking, cleaning, writing, reading, and sometimes record the video, of course. So yeah, but actually I'm considering to get a part-time job. I don't know if it will work, but it's in another city, not city, another town. If I take this job, I will have to take the bus to get there. I was thinking it's possible for me to do that. I mean, to earn some like extra money, and yeah, money is for earn some extra money. But of course, I will still continue the channel. I hope I can handle it. Now still in the negotiation stage to see how it works. Yes, preventable and not preventable suffering, that differences. That is very correct. A dark light. Very correct. That's the main thing I was also saying. Like when I discuss about psychedelics and stuff like that. The people say, no, that's just the path I choose. I use my free will. I choose this path to use drugs to get to so-called realization of oneness. And I don't deny that that is one of the paths or so-called shortcut, but I don't recognize it as a rational path that which is with, as less as risk as possible, because that will very likely to manifest so-called suffering, which can be prevented. But if people choose that path, there will be suffering, which you should be able to prevent it. But you choose this path, you just still suffer from those consequences of addiction, of highly relying on those substance. So, but I know to a lot of people, I must be a very extreme person about this thing, because I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke, I barely eat sugar. Of course, I don't do drugs. I don't, I don't do a lot of things that people consider can bring fun. I know that. So in this, but of course, I'm not a monk. Of course, I don't go party, and a lot of people probably. I mean, party is gonna be too old for I'm too old for party, isn't it? I'm already 34 years old. I think party is for 20th people. Even though when I was 20th, I don't into party. So the source of pain is that think we are separated from this, separated from that, from divinity, from nature. You think we are from the same consciousness, the manifestation of the same consciousness. About this, idealism, we'll discuss a lot in the future. Now we just mainly focus on the scientific area, but it's okay. But the thing is, as I said, I think last time during the streaming, there were friends that they're idealistic. They believe that the whole existence is from one objective consciousness. And there were friends that believe in God, of course, very religious people and all the things. I mean, since I was a child, I was, having conversation with a lot of people. They are Buddhists, they are religious, they are believing this or that, they are philosophical and scientific. So these are not the first time I encounter this kind of, conversation. But I just want to say that. That's why that I don't really care much that like, because when you hear it so much about these things, like when people debating about, or if the reality is substance-based or is relational-based, of course you can give your understanding. You can analyzing and give your understanding, give your explanation about why reality is relational-based or substance-based. They can be rational, they can be understandable. But essentially, what I really care now is about the result. It's about if you trying to preaching whatever you're preaching is from a genuine heart of love and care and harmonious relationship, it's about what you want to achieve. Because when you hear theories, you heard too many theories. It's just like in this world, you see too many people, with different outcomes, different personality, that you just get, how to say, in a sense, you get numb about it. too many, countless. People, if they want to build up a theory, they can build countless of theories. You can call it relational non-duality. You can call it, substance-based non-duality or whatever. But eventually you will find a point that what you really care is about the intention. What you really care is about what is behind the theory. Is it a mind? If it's a kind heart. If it's a kind heart that just want reconciliation rather than conflict, want equal love and peace rather than what it called hierarchy, and then you will choose to believe in those hearts. You choose to believe in some spirit, I mean the spirit of a person rather than believe in their logic. This is what you eventually felt like that. So yeah, that's why I'm fine with when people believe in this or that different kind of belief. That's fine. I mean, I have my own logic and understanding of reality, but do I really want to, or want to debate with them? No, you're wrong. I cannot. I have to persuade you. No, never had those kind of motion or intention or no, not interested. No, not interested at all. What I just want to say is just people has a gentle heart that want this world to be a better place in a real, caring, and genuinely loving way to approach this. And then all the rest, I don't care. Just don't care. Just don't care. Because when you say these things too much, you can hear countless of theories springing up, countless of understanding. Does it really that matter to me? Oh, no. Not really. Am I adopted? No. I'm not adopted, no. My mom and my dad are both in China. 为了生存，不得不破坏这个生命的敏感市场。Yeah. And some of the situation is not avoidable. We need to consume energy, and for some of the energy consuming that we might take, but doesn't mean if we take, we cannot give. So reaction, how we deal with this situation in life is what really matters, isn't it? For avoidable suffering for ourselves and for others, we need to try our best to avoid it. That is called wisdom. That is not just about rationality anymore. Because a person could be rational but still make a terrible judgment and eventually leads to suffering, isn't it? But real wisdom is that actually what to do is the right way to do to reduce this suffering for people and for yourself. So it's a long way on these things. Yeah. I understand. Everyone choose different paths, and this is completely fine because this is all based on our free will, We choose different paths. But I do think there should be something universal, is that no matter which path you choose, that we should have some pursuit. Our universal pursuit is to reduce suffering for ourselves and for others. If a person choose a path which is, I just want my own happiness, and I don't care about other people's feeling, don't care about other people's well-being, and eventually this person will be a dictator and bring a lot of suffering to this world. So there should be a universal standard, which is a noble pursuit of morality, morality is essentially it's about reduce suffering for others and for ourselves, especially for others, because sometimes people can be selfish. free will, everything is change and moving, is emotion in the process. That is true. Free will depends on, I mean, that's the definition of free will, isn't it? Free will is depends on what you really want, who you want to be, and what price you'd like to pay for being this person. You know, in my eyes, the free will is not just about thinking. It's about you have the determination strong enough to activate your action. If it's just by thinking, oh, I want to be a billionaire, or I want to be, you know, famous, I want to be a superstar, you know, thinking this kind of things, I don't consider that's free will. I think that's just a thought, you know, a thought that, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. But real free will is that actually you are willing to give something. You're willing to give something, you're willing to sacrifice something, like your time, your effort, and sometimes you have to make hard choice to give up something instead, you know, in return, then you can achieve this goal. That is free will. Difficult choices sometimes, difficult choices, and requires a lot of your dedication, your effort on the pursuit of this path. So that's my understanding of free will. Of course it exists. Of course it exists. The life, really, when you think about it, the life is about free will. The life is really about how you want to be and how much you are willing to give to get that. 痛苦过后，人生出路该何去何从? After suffering, the thing is, my friend, trust me, one thing is that suffering is just a universal thing. Everyone experience. Everyone. You might think some people, it seems like they never suffer, but that's not true. Everyone suffers. Everyone suffers. But some people, they can manage the suffering, and they can always, you know, stand up and cheer up after whatever they've been through in life. That is what matters. It's not about how much suffering you had in life. It's about your ability to deal with the suffering. That's more important. In different kind of suffering, we will have different kind of emotional, you know, effect or so-called mental trauma, and that is normal. That is absolutely normal. So we have to deal with it nicely. Definitely. I think most of the time, what suffering lead to us could lead to be low self-esteem, is it called? Like they don't see the value of themselves much because they've been through suffering from others, majority. You know, if somebody get hurt by others deeply in the past, they might lack of self-confidence and feel like everyone is hurting them, and you know, feel like this so-called this victim, what it called, whatever, just feel like they are victim. And this is normal, and you see the causality right here. There is nothing special or like something cannot understood. Of course it can be understood. That's the consequences. But so how we deal with situation like this then? How we deal with the situation like we're traumatized by hurting by others, and you know, feel always so defensive, you know, feel like we are the victim. I think the only way is, even you know humanity is not perfect, but you still never close up your heart. This is something requires a huge, you know, it requires huge courage and even faith. It's not easy to do. Definitely not easy when you know that, you know, people can be so bad to you, and you know that people can be so evil sometimes. But the thing is, if you close your heart completely, that means in the rest of your life, the only way is you will only always be so defensive, and deep inside you will always doubt your own value and things like that, and nobody wants that. So the only way to do is you got to believe in humanity. You still believe in that every person has the potential to realize that the good side of them, and when they realize the good side of them, the world can be a better place, and you can be the one who trigger them. Not trigger, sorry. You can be the one who inspire them to realize and to awaken their great potential inside. So this is how you deal with situation like this, with this kind of trauma which is caused by others, you know. And there are also other type of traumas, other type of emotional suffering. For example, if a person is so angry, easily angry or triggered by something, and he knows it's bad. This person knows this thing is bad, but just cannot do anything about it. And what is going to be the consequences? The consequences will be this person will have highly doubt about the existence of free will, you know? And because he feel like in front of this kind of pressure or this, how to say, this wave of anger inside of him, there's nothing he can do about it. He tried, but it never worked. So what's the consequences is he would doubt the existence of free will. And the time when he gave up the agency of free will, the consequences will naturally be more deterministic. You know? It's just like a camera. If you even gave up to adjust the aperture or the ISO, then the result will not be different much. So the key word is what? The key word to deal with suffering is highly related to your mental strength. We have to practice to have a very strong mindset to deal with this situation in life. And everyone deal with it. Everyone. Nobody will say that they deal with no stress. Even when you say a person who is like one with a lot of money or things like that, those kind of people have to constantly deal with trust issue with people around, you know. If you have a lot of money, you are super rich, and you're gonna doubt your relationship. Oh, is my woman with me is for real love because she really loves me or because she just wants my money, you know, things like that. And if you say a person, I mean, really, any situation, when you say a person looks like in a very ideal situation, they still have their stress. They still have their situation to deal with. No doubt. No doubt, no doubt at all. So, sorry, I'm talking a little bit too much about this topic. Superman language about this question. How to deal with life after suffering. So there are many ways that, but essentially, I'd say it straight, my friend, essentially how to deal with it is really up to our realization and to remove the ignorance. Because if we don't realize the rightful way, then we're going to suffer from the old way, how we deal with it. And the old way always lead us to miserable situation in that case. And then we are suffering from the ignorance. So most important is going to be understanding, awareness, and then we go to the action based on our awareness. You like my hair? Yeah. Last time I did something funny. Let me show you. My hair is so long now. I think I can just, I don't even need to wear something on my neck on winter time, see? Isn't it convenient? And I'm sure there will be other funny things to do with my hair. All right. I look like a Muslim like this, isn't it? All right, stop playing with my hair. So am I trying to seeking for fun? I think generally we are all trying to reduce suffering for ourselves and for others. This is something rational to do, right? But at the same time, you know, am I seeking for pleasure? I'm seeking for a lot of things. I'm seeking for wisdom. I'm seeking for a balanced way, a healthy lifestyle. At the same time, of course, I'd like to be a happy person rather than a very depressing person. That is human's nature, right? Who would want to just have a miserable life with full of suffering and torture, sadness and all things? Nobody want that. Nobody want that. So that is natural that I'm just like everybody on these things. We all have the universal pursuit, which is reduce suffering, right? No matter what you say, some people will say like, oh, I enjoy suffering. But the thing is that we suffer is because we think, or maybe during this suffering we learn lesson and is necessary. So when we learn the lesson, essentially we learn this lesson. That means we wouldn't be suffering anymore. We can actually have a life without this before we took the lesson. So essentially we're saying that we're learning from our mistake so we can suffer less. So this is something I don't think there is any way any doubt on this, that this our universal pursuit is to reduce suffering, right? Emotionally, physically, for ourselves and for others. Adopt. How old are you? Travel cab 𝐿𝐵𝐿. How old are you? The W. But you know what? Sometimes I'm thinking maybe in the future I might adopt a child with my fiance. I don't know. I'm already 34 years old. I'll be too old to have a baby. See, everyone have their own worries, and I have my worries, and I'm telling you straight, I don't know. All my classmates, they're like 20, probably before they're like 20, 25 years old, they already had baby. And I'm already 34, almost 35, and still. It's gonna be risky, isn't it? I don't know. Out of topic. Everyone has their own path. That's true. Everyone has their own path. At the same times, we all can still, we have resonance and we can understand each other and we can share our experience on our path.你的上帝是谁？他拿着橙色的。Don't understand. I don't know. 你认为苹果比橙子更好吃吗？ Do you think apple are more tasty than orange? I don't like to eat any fruit, to be honest, because they all contain sugar and too much sugar. So I barely eat any fruit. But of course, that's about something tasty or not, that can be highly subjective, isn't it? You like this, I like that, so it's all fine. For things like this, it will not harm anybody. If I want to eat an apple, you want to eat an orange, that doesn't hurt anybody, so it's fine. 你穿过带补丁的衣服 No, not really. I take good care of my clothes, so they are all in quite good condition. Adopt. You're probably too old for me to adopt. No, I don't think so, my friend. Domovoy. Hello, King Dub. Really difficult to pronounce. 但其中必然包含真相，我们不可能都对。所以你要找到自己的真理，然后别管其他人了。我也是一样。Oh my god, there's so many already. I got too quick. Otherwise, I cannot even see. I cannot even see what you're saying right here. All right. Thank you, my friend. I love you. What? Average. Sorry. Average. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐞. Of course I care. I mean, we all care for each other. I think that this is the first time I even see your comments here. We care for each other. If you have your worries and doubts or something, just let me know. I'm more than happy to discuss with you. I think people who'd like to discuss morality, not necessarily the lack of morality. I don't know where is the, how to say, it really depends. I mean, some people, they discuss this maybe because they don't really have much of it they can discuss, but there are some people that discuss it because they're really interested in it, right? For example, how to say, if a person into a lot of like high sugary food, maybe it's because he can never eat, like for me, I like to discuss about cakes and all these things because I'm trying to figure out a healthy way to make these cakes. But does it necessarily means because I never able to eat these cakes? I admit I am, because I have high self-restriction that I don't want to consume too much sugar. But does it mean that all people are like me? There are people who really like to discuss cake because they like to eat cakes, because they love these things. And they eat cakes a lot. So I don't think people like to discuss morality are necessarily are people lack of morality. I think they can be very, very situation. For example, I like to discuss music, does it mean because I'm very untalented in music? If I discuss philosophy, does it mean like I'm lack of philosophical mindset? Not necessarily. Yeah. 真理是无法用头脑语言表达，因为在你506。You see, there is one thing that is, is basically observing the function of your brain and things that is so-called observer mindset. You believe there is an observer inside of your head we already discussed this quite a lot in previous episode, and I'm not really have a substance-based mindset right here. And I did make some episode about it. If you're interested, you can have a look at my friend Soul Philosophy. I demonstrate clearly why that a substance-based this kind of mindset is not really necessary for us to understand the true reality. We definitely, you see, we have different way how we understand reality. We have different way to deal with life, and this is normal. Because why? Because we have free will. Once we have free will, the same cause, they will not be the same cause. There will be different relational how we deal with situation. The result will always manifest differently. Yeah. 我正在直播，我觉得做得好，现在会送你礼物。No. All right. I'm just trying to catch up because there are already a lot of comments here. I'm just trying. Even you've been through trauma, love a person shouldn't need any effort. There are differences between distance and love. You can keep safe distance, but still love them and wish them can be better. Oh, Exodus, that is so sweet. I think you have a very gentle and nice heart. Oh, actually, everyone has it. It's just how can we realize it, and let's manifest this brilliant part inside of us. But I think you do a great job to manifest this side of you. Every time when you say things like this, I can just feel this warmth, this very positive energy and caring and things like that. I really appreciate it. And I 100% agree with what you said here. But in reality, it's difficult because you will find a lot of people when they are traumatized, they have this revenge mindset in it. And I've been through situation like this. I see people actually have this kind of mindset that actually put my life in a lot of pressure in previous situations, actually involved in previous relationships. So yeah, back then I was actually dealing a lot of mental pressure because I was live very closely to a person like that. So just luckily now it's no more. So anyway, but still, yeah, still wish them the best and hope they can be good. This is our universal. Oh no, what happened? Suddenly disconnected a little bit. We all have soul, but tragedy is that we don't understand it. So about this soul, this topic of soul, we'll discuss a lot detailed in the future episode and soul philosophy. But not yet, because it's a huge topic, It's too late, Lisa. Is it? 但我觉得之所以难以释怀，是因为我们对这件事情有感情，害怕它再次发生。Yeah, I think you say everything, whatever happened, will always leave a mark. Like the music video I just made yesterday. There's one of the lyrics that said, everything leaves echoes. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be echoes, and if it's traumatized, then of course this kind of mindset will be difficult to adjust by your free will. But of course, we have full potential to make that happen. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the recent because it's too much. I just don't want to always be late. You can type to me something new. Okay, I start from here. Some people just like complaining. I saw this kind of people. My mom. That is very normal. I think when a person, how to say, not feel fully satisfied inside, then they will always try to find something to blame outside. This is just the human's nature. Maybe they didn't even notice. It's subconscious stuff, subconscious. But then how can we feel fully satisfied within? This joy, this bliss, this peace. How do you find it within? It's a difficult job. And this is something that when you fight it, people will say, oh, you're brainwashed, or are you joining a cult or what? This is the problem. But the thing is, those state of mind is very peaceful. Like you don't really care much about outside, like how people do things. You will always react with peace and love and those kind of things. So that's why people sometimes they think it doesn't make sense. How could normal people achieve this? How could that be possible? They will feel like, are you hypocrite? Are you hiding or stuff? So criticize will always be inevitable. But you got to still try your best to achieve this peace within, because it's for your own benefits. 不太老，打个招呼 Hi Renew Jane. Hi Papa Smurf. Hello my friends. Joy. Many people mistaken joy as happiness, or pleasure as happiness. So I mean, there is definitely differences between pleasure and happiness. When we say pleasure, that is always something very momentary. You can have pleasure by doing, for example, I don't know, by eating this cake. But of course, I have to eat it because I didn't have lunch. But if you eat it just for having pleasure, then this pleasure will be good at the moment, and then probably after 5 minutes will be gone because you already had it. So it's just like your sugar blood pressure level. It is always like this, rising and falling very quickly. But when we say the genuine peace, the genuine happiness, is something can manifest stably, and that requires our efforts. That requires our build up a very powerful mindset to achieve that. So that different requirement, if you just want pleasure, that's easy to achieve, especially nowadays. You go to a Burger King, you can achieve that. Or you doing drug, you can achieve that. You go to party, you can achieve that. You browsing TikTok, you can achieve that. But these things, why, things sometimes, these things are cheap for a reason, because they are cheap, but there are consequences, right? We know that. If you want the best, like you want the best vegetable, the best quality of vegetable, they are generally more expensive. And in life is also like that. If you want the pleasure, for a cheap way, I'm not even saying about the money wise, some of the some of the pleasure are not that cheap. For some people, they have to spend a lot of money to achieve that kind of pleasure because they want expensive stuff. So I'm not talking about financial wise, I'm talking about emotional, like what within is cost you. What is going on? So all right, so in that sense, a lot of pleasure that you can easily like achieve just right immediately, those kind of things, and especially requires you by doing something that's like obviously will have bad consequences. Those kind of things are what I call cheap options. Those kind of options will have consequences. That's why we should try our best to avoid. Because nobody can deny that a person who into party, they will always feel empty when they are not in the party. They will always want to go to the party, even though one day they will get numb about party. The same goes to sugary food, the same goes to drug, the same goes to TikTok, right? But the thing is, this is the differences. For the real, genuine joy inside, is not something will ever make you feel numb. It always make you feel awakened, feel fresh. And this thing is long-lasting. It's not something can be so, fleeting. That's the differences. So yeah, pleasure is not happiness. Pleasure is, if you just pure sensory pleasure, that's the cheapest thing that for all the human being, because that's the just animal things. I'm not like trying to offend anybody at all, but we know that the people do these things, like they make this kind of burger. They literally they are in laboratory. They do the experiment to make sure that this food will trigger human beings' addiction the most, right? So that means human beings were treated as animal to have the reaction for this kind of food, to addicted to this kind of junk food. So I'm not joking, but yes, it is true. If we just always link ourselves to this kind of cheap pleasure, then we were treating ourselves as animal. And I'm not saying that we are better than animal and stuff like that, because animals are still adorable, but I do believe that we should have higher pursuit on this part. This definitely. See you soon, Shaolin. See you soon. Yeah, that cake is really tasty. If you are interested, just try it. I have sugar. I definitely consume some sugar from the natural food, like from milk and stuff. But I don't like to take sugar in extra. Sugar is one of the main source to cause the aging and a lot of problem. And the thing is that we all know that back then, when this problem was bring out, that people already start to doubt, or maybe sugar is not as healthy as it is, because when the time that sugar was promoted like as such a great thing, but then it find out that sugar is not that good, and then those company paid a lot of money for those scientists to defend for them that sugar is not the real criminal here, is the fat. And that was the time that there was so much misunderstanding about this thing. So you see, people can do a lot of things based on benefits because they can earn money, and then they say these lies. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful. You also had a very difficult emotional experience. It's difficult to let go of the blame within your heart, but finally you realize that they are just trapped in their own mental cage. Yeah, I completely know how you feel about this, really, 𝐬𝐿𝐿. I tried. Back then I tried all I could. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. How do you say? But the reason why I can move on, I can let it go, is because I know I tried. Yeah, I know that I tried my best to kind of really help out. It doesn't work, but at least I tried. So I don't feel like still blaming myself or regret or something like that. I always try, but eventually I'd say some people, their trauma might be too deep that back to the time I cannot handle. I cannot really do much about it. But essentially, we all know that it also depends on their own will. Really, that's the most important part, is about their own will. If they want to transcend those kind of suffering from their heart. But not everyone wants. Some of the people, they just like to, they don't like to, but they are afraid to change. Because I guess they just are attached to a fixed self within too much or something like that. So they think change is not possible. And when they don't even believe change is possible, of course they will give up on changing, and then nothing will change. Nothing will be changed, and the same harm, the same suffering towards themselves or towards others will continue. So yeah, it's not a, I know that it's not gonna be a pleasant experience. Now you believe that we are all one, and the complete self will always welcome those who choose dualism to come back out of free will. Yeah. As you said, no matter what they choose, no matter what they do, they make the choices based on their free will. And we can always hope the best. But sometimes let go, just let go of the result. You do your best, you put your effort. If the result goes in this way or that way, let it go. Let it go. You know, this is like how I'm doing this channel now. I'm just put what I want to put on this channel, and if the result goes great or something, completely just let it go. Now I don't even go to view like how much watch hour I got or something like that. I barely. But when I just start the channel, I'm doing that quite often, you know, or how much watch hour I got, and you know, how many views I got, this video, that video. Now I just let it go, you know, let it go. This is how it's supposed to be. You do the rightful thing, and you think you do what you really want to do based on your free will. If the result is good, great. If the result is not satisfying, then at least you know that you already did what you want to do and you tried your best. So you have no regret. Just no regret. Oh my god, I need to stand up a little bit. I'm sitting for too long. I'm gonna be fat. Just stand up a little bit. Yeah, but I really appreciate your beautiful mind, 𝐬𝐿𝐿. There are people, you know, they are very difficult to accept the reality. They might just want to reject a portion of it or even all of it. I think it's just fear.
mostly fear. But as I said, in a lot of situation will be difficult, depends on the person. If this person, he notice it, he feel like, okay, I've been like this for too long, it brings me suffering, it brings people around me suffering, and I like to do something about it. That's the time that everything will be different, because he's willing to, he has this motive to change, he has this motive to manifest a better version of self. That is the time that everything is possible. But if this person doesn't feel that way, you just tell this person, look, I think these things, maybe this, in this way, in that way, you are hurting yourself or something. They will not listen. They wouldn't really take it to their heart. So it really depends on people, between people and people. I think about these things you mentioned in religions, 救赎 and 忏悔, I think it's about awareness, isn't it? Because people should, sometimes we should not just like let go, like everything we just keep doing it like automatically. We got to reflect on ourselves. But how many times we have the awareness to even reflect? Most of the time we don't. We just do it almost automatically, based on our instinct sometimes. So I think it does have a very important reminder for us that we need to reflect ourselves. Doesn't matter if we are religious or not. I wouldn't say it as original sin, like reflect our sin. I don't say that. I would just say that, reflect about the relationship with others, with ourselves and with the world. So in that way, yeah, we do need this wisdom to reflect. It's fine. Hello, Dave. I'm glad that you like the music. You always make so much comments on my videos, and I'm really glad. I'm really grateful for your support, and you are very, very, very supportive. Thank you so much. Fear. Let's see. Fear. I mean, yes, fear is something that it is one of the human's instinct, animal instinct. Without fear, we wouldn't be able to survive. But the problem is we're so easy to trigger fear when it's unnecessary situation. For example, if there is fire in my home right now, should I be fear? Of course I should be. If I don't have fear and I'm fine with that, I'll be dead, right? So that means fear in situation, in front of survival situation, of course I have to let it manifest. That is my basic intuition and my basic instinct to keep me alive. But the problem is, in a lot of situation, when it's not necessary, we still let this fear manifest and make our life miserable, and that's the problem. So yeah, when you say about the analyzing it to understand fear, of course that's gonna be important. And my understanding is it's just the animal instinct. It can be helpful when we're facing a survival situation, but it's gonna be absolutely a very how to say, unwise thing to do if we let fear just control our life. And I know that some people, they live in fear, especially if people suffering from depression, they might just fear constantly, and fear let them down, let them feel bad constantly. And is that kind of fear necessary? Absolutely not.
And this is the part that we should work hard on, isn't it? So yeah, wow, this cake philosophy is just infinite. I was just thinking to talk about cake, but it's fine. Our chat, our streaming always is spontaneous, isn't it? It will be about cake, about cooking, about philosophy, about everything. I highly doubt if I will ever be a professional like some of the other YouTubers. Other YouTubers, I feel like wow, the way they do the live streaming so professional, organized and invite guests, and the topic always surrounded by those topics. But me, I'm just the thing is, if I in the live stream with somebody else, if they can organize it, I can be fine. I just surrounded by those those topics. I can do that. But if it's me, wow, I'm just like flying all around. Mm. Mm. What's my idea of the cake? Oh, I mean, the most important thing about the cake is that it got to be healthy at the same time delicious, which probably everyone want that, isn't it? So that's the primary goal, is to be tasty at the same time, healthy. Yeah. And the most important is just today I want to show you how to make this cake. And I think I already done the job quite nicely. I hope so. And the result is quite tasty. Ooh, today is Wednesday, and Friday, hopefully I can upload a new episode. Just today, later I'm gonna be very busy. And this weekend for me also gonna be busy. Oh, I want to figure out how to invite guests. I don't think I can invite guests here, isn't it? Let me see. Let me have a look what I got here. I got oh. Oh, there. What is this? Oh no. No, they don't have the option here. I cannot invite anybody here. 0 to 10. I give it 9. 1, reduce 1 just for modesty. I love this cake. I really love this cake. I mean, what is there any drawback of this cake? I don't think so, isn't it? It's so tasty and so healthy. So yeah, I really love this cake. Anyway, I think that's it. Already streamed for 2 hours talking about cake and some philosophy. I would really be happy to hold a live stream next time. Maybe one day I will improve on this. Thank you so much, my friend. And yeah, please, if you're interested, please try this cake. Yeah, just made it yourself. You will love it. Really, you will love it. You can tell me how it feels like. You can just comment on this live stream later on. Yeah, I would be really happy to know. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, the next one was still talking about all the remaining question regarding free will, and I hope you will just completely just kind of solve the basic part of this question. So, well, that's it then. All right, I see you next time then. See you next time, and thank you for your continuous support, and it really means a lot to me. And we'll see how the thing goes with the new job stuff. I don't know, but let's see how it works. So oh yeah, definitely, you got to try it yourself to make it. All right, see you next time then. Bye for now.